You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans. Well, it seems like we were destined to go down this road. The comparison between Cam Newton and the Colin Kaepernick situation, and whether or not Cam Newton is going to be blackballed because of lack of having the jab. Now, in my opinion, the situations could not be more different. One, you're talking about somebody literally shooting a substance into their body, an actual medical issue, a medical mandate that, in my opinion, the league shouldn't have anyway. Okay? I don't care about the jab. If you want to get the jab, fine. If you don't, fine. But the point is, the NFL's put all these rules in place to make things like not having the vaccine extremely difficult on players. And did it absolutely make a difference for Cam Newton? Sure it did. Because when their ridiculous rules kicked in and he got knocked out for 5 practices of training camp, it was the time for Mac Jones to take that job, which he had almost taken anyway, but it allowed him to take that job and run out the door with it and not come back. Well, now there's comparisons being drawn to Colin Kaepernick. Of course, the perception by the ultra-wokes is that Colin Kaepernick has been blackballed in the NFL. I never agreed with this sentiment. Did I think owners wanted to sign him? No. Why? Because the NFL is a business, and it was going to be extremely bad business and bad optics to sign somebody that goes out there and preaches an anti-American sentiment, kneels for the national anthem, and something that paying customers don't appreciate when they go to watch a football game. Could not be more different than Cam. Okay? Now, I've also said this. The biggest thing that got Colin Kaepernick kicked out of the league wasn't all this ancillary shit that I didn't like. It was the fact that Colin Kaepernick was a number 27 to 32 starting quarterback in the NFL. He wasn't Aaron Rodgers, he wasn't Patrick Mahomes, and he wasn't Tom Brady. If he'd have played like any of the three, his ass would have never got booted out of the league. So make no mistake, owners said, a low-end starting quarterback / high-end backup and all this drama, or we can make a good business decision and not sign him. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? In other words, his performance on the field did not outweigh the BS that came with all of his antics, okay? Now, Cam Newton is another situation. Now, based on the league-mandated rules, yeah, Cam's going to have a very hard time getting a job. Dallas Cowboys are already sniffing around Cam, but I don't care what anybody says, Cam Newton's a better quarterback than Colin Kaepernick every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Even now, Boston sports radio host compares Cam Newton to Colin Kaepernick. Could the NFL blackball him for his vaccination status? The Patriots shocked the NFL world by cutting Cam Newton earlier this week, despite Bill Belichick previously listing the quarterback as their starter. After deciding to move forward with rookie quarterback Mac Jones, the Patriots left Newton searching for a new job. Although Belichick said that Newton's vaccination status had nothing to do with the decision, the former NFL MVP might find it difficult to find another job without the jab. New York Post came out yesterday and confirmed Cam's vaccination status absolutely played a role here. Now, what kind of role? We don't know exactly. But we think the biggest thing is it caused him to get put in the COVID protocol from a ridiculous rule that the NFL set forth for unvaccinated players, and Mac Jones secured the job away from Cam Newton at that point, okay? Does anyone care about Cam Newton anymore in the league? Or does he just drift off? Rob Bradford asked, filling in for Greg Hill on WEEI's morning show in Boston. Quote, maybe the vaccine makes teams a little hesitant. Co-host and former NFL player Jermaine Wiggins added. WEEI Morning Show wondered if Newton's vaccination status would ultimately end his playing career similar to Colin Kaepernick's after being blackballed by the NFL after taking a knee during the national anthem. He wasn't blackballed, but okay. Could we be looking at the same sort of thing where nobody gave Cam a chance? He deserved a chance, which is what we were saying about Kaepernick. Not the exact same as Kaepernick, he continued on WEEI, but he could be setting out here a year out. Cam Newton might not play this entire season. The chance of him landing a job next year, a year older, not good by the way, not vaccinated, he's going to be screaming and yelling, why isn't anyone giving me a chance? And then he goes on to talk about the fact that Kaepernick knelt for social justice, but his message was suppressed by people that were patriots. Okay, great. Unvaccinated free agents will have a harder time signing with NFL teams considering the strict rules enforced on the players who refuse the jab. COVID protocols might make it harder for Newton to find a job, but Kaepernick never posed a risk to NFL rosters while bringing in an unvaccinated player does. Really? You don't think Kaepernick could bring a negative influence onto the locker room of an NFL team? Really? Is that what you truly think? Because odds are there's probably some Patriots on some NFL teams around the league. They just don't say nothing because they know they're going to get their asses canceled, and they'll have their agent calling going, what are you doing? You're never getting in the Hall of Fame now. I truly think that's an issue. I do. I think a lot of these agents have squashed the message of players that would like to step up and say something. But I think the teams and the culture, we've just found out the NFL is going to double down on their social justice BS. Okay? Their social justice agenda is more important than allowing a guy like Cam Newton to have a job. Is Cam Newton a better quarterback than Colin Kaepernick? Yeah. But will Cam Newton have a hard time finding a job? Maybe, maybe not. Okay? I think some teams are going to call and say, look, if he'll take the jab, we'll bring him in. But I just don't know that Cam will do that. And you know what? Bravo to Cam for standing up to his own personal rights. Now, this is a case where Cam Newton truly, unlike Colin Kaepernick, truly sacrificed his job for his own personal freedom. That I can appreciate. Anti-American sentiment? No, not many teams are going to want to bring that onto their club. It's negative and it hurts the bottom line. The NFL is still a business. In no way are people going to boycott the NFL over Cam Newton not getting a jab. I don't care who you are. Colin Kaepernick? A bunch of people boycotted over that. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.